So my relationship with God didn't really start until I met Jordan. Growing up, it wasn't really talked about in my family. We spent our Sundays doing something totally different.
I grew up going to church. It was very casual. It was just we would show up to church and we would leave. We didn't spend time in fellowship with other church members.
So 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer.
In the beginning, we heard the news that it was stage 4 because it had spread to her bones. And the doctor did give a timeline of which is never anything that will leave your mind. And they put 5 years on Jennifer. And I think that the most devastating thing is watching your spouse be told you're gonna die and there's not a thing you can do about it.
And at that moment, I didn't even know what to think. I didn't know what to do or say. It was the most scariest moment of my life, knowing that I could potentially leave my husband alone. Chemo is not easy by any means. It was a constant battle. I would struggle for 3 to 4 or 5 days and then finally get back on track and then have to do it all over again. And at that moment in time, we knew we needed to do something. And turning to Jesus was the way that we knew was going to get us through this horrible time in our lives. And we prayed about it and started reading the Bible, and
we dove right in. I'll never forget that first church service we showed up in Bree, and we sat in the very back row, trying not to have anybody talk to us because we were just a mess. And
Pastor John noticed us in the back row, and we must have had some sort of emotion bouncing off of us because he instantly came up to us and just said, "Can I pray for you?" And so we said a little bit about our story, and ever since then we knew that we were in the right spot.
It was 6 months of chemo.
The follow-up was 4 months after chemo had ended. I currently go down to MD Anderson to do my follow-up scans, and I just remember the moment after that scan had been done, sitting in the doctor's office, and my doctor comes running in the room yelling, very good news, all scans are clear." It was the greatest moment of our life. I would say before my diagnosis, Jesus was more of an acquaintance. Didn't really talk to him as much as I do now, and now he's the center of our life.
What he has done in our lives has truly changed how we live. We say in our family, before cancer and after cancer. I mean, everything we want to do, we want to make time for Jesus, praying, reading, being involved in fellowship with grow groups and communities. And I think the love that he has extended to my wife and myself is something that we can't get enough of. And I think from that point forward, we have had a lot of wonderful people walk alongside of us, walk with us, and we are excited to continue this and take the next steps.